What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Uh, what's up, Daryl? Just a reminder: I will not be trading Monday. Just set everything up. Yeah, so I will not be trading Monday. My son has a little minor procedure. That's like an hour away, so we're just gonna travel. I'm not gonna do. Just gonna take the day off. You know, it's always good to take a day off. Let's go ahead and. All right, Friday we have personal income, personal spending, Chicago PMI, and then our University of Michigan sentiment, which does affect the market a little bit. Earnings, Apple, Amazon, Roku, Intel yesterday. Roku, and I think I'm not sure what Intel did. Roku dumped. Amazon flew. Apple. I didn't really read any of the Apple. I didn't read any of the Apple earnings. Didn't read any of that. It was the last day of the month. He'll be fine. He's just getting his little snip. All right, so let's just look at ES. A lot of I actually turned off all my zones. So monthly, if we do get a nice rally, we could finish up on the month, which is going to be crazy momentum. But also with a new month, you kind of have to get really open-minded and try not to be biased, because a lot of things, in a month they balance their books, and then volume comes in hopefully on Monday. But yes, pretty solid. NQ break. Yeah, NQ wicked. Wow. With a strong sell, there had to be sellers there. There had to be some kind of seller sitting up there to sell it down. Okay, so if you guys didn't watch my video yesterday, yes, we're watching kind of the FOMC low and the FOMC high. What you really want to see is if it was going to be a rally. Let me pop this chat out. when we have a rally that fast, you really want to see if they accept down here, if buyers are actually going to come back in down here. The only thing on ES was, we didn't really bounce anywhere, but if you took the fib from the low to the high, there's a little initial bounce at the 0.5. 0.5 was overnight lows. 0.618 is always usually kind of, if they want to buy back in, algos, computers will buy back in right there. But if you go to NQ, which I don't think I had the NASDAQ chart open, we kind of take our if you drop it down to like the 30-minute, you can tell, see, before FOMC, we just had this consolidation push up, and right at that consolidation, so, FOMC, they came down, pushed up, kind of did not see that. You tell how over FOMC highs, see how it kind of tested it, broke above. This is where I went long on MNQ when we held there, which was 21, 22, 23, 23, 23, 23, which was last week's highs, which was FOMC high. So NQ almost like basically touched last week's high at FOMC, sold off. You can tell, look, we broke above and tested it, and then went. And that's why I went long on MNQ. If you did trade futures, 256-point move. If you held, I said I was going to hold into close. Solid move. A lot of people are, expecting a tad bit of downside and then another solid move up. So let's see, if we do sell off at open, I'm definitely looking for a reversal back up. So I need to start looking at reversal points. Even though this doji is a green candle, I kind of possibly look at that. See if we still hold that 26 or 12. See if we can hold that 12.7. You can tell with NQ, if we are able to get past this spot, with NQ, look, we're above. We almost basically got above this cluster. But if you go to ES, we aren't there yet. That's probably because we actually are there. We're in the cluster, actually. NQ, on NQ's chart, we're up here. You can see with ES, if we get past here, look at this. We have this huge sell. We could get up here pretty quick. We could get to 43.02 pretty quick if we get above that 41.90. So above 42, we should see 43 pretty fast. retrace 50% up here, retrace 50% up here. So on this way up, we did up, retraced 50%, we went up, we retraced 50%, we went up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 up though. So, I'm trying to learn Elliott wave a little bit, kind of just keep it as it, so we could see possibly an A, B, C, and then the huge move up. Kind of just a little tiny pullback. And then a continuation up. As of right now, I'm short-term bearish, mid-term bullish, long-term bearish. So to explain that, bearish because where are we? We're down. Our trend's still down. At 4,200 is probably where I'm going to really, really turn bullish. Short term, I expect a mini pullback, and then midterm, I'm bullish because we've made a higher. Here's our pivot, broke low, higher low. So we need to continue higher low. So if we break that 39.14, definitely looking for way big downside. So there's 100 EMA. That's where we rejected at close. So 100 EMA on the daily. So we have the 100. If we're able to hold if we're able to hold 100, we go to the 50. Is that what people say? No, we 50 broke. 200? 200 should be up. Yeah, 200. So there's the 200. There's that perfect 4,200. So kind of makes sense. NQ, probably where we had a little, that 100. Tell their, consolidation around EMAs. So I did a one-on-one yesterday, and we're for newer people, I just do key levels. I don't really try to get into supply and demand. Supply and demand's a little advanced because everyone thinks a spot we reject like right here is a supply. So if we reject here initially, or we should reject here, yeah, we did, but you can tell eventually we do break through. So I just like to teach them key levels. So definitely watching this right here. Would love a retest at 12.7. So let's go ahead and start building our watch. I haven't done this in a while. Haven't sent this out. Maybe turn it on. Ooh, Ethereum's down. Ethereum broke 17. Key watch is 729. We have, I'm going to say buy by July. Data, very little. 10 a.m. Michigan Sense. Yes, ES, NQ, what we're watching those that FOMC range. Hold on, I need to pop up my futures. I should be trading this futures. I'll lock that yesterday. All right, so let's go to ES. ES is holding up a little bit. NQ is coming down, but NQ was leading. We have so where's our fib? If we do retrace, definitely watch that at 0.5, 40 to 42. So we want to see a hold of 4042 slash 4,000. Above I appreciate everyone who's joining. We are getting so many more people joining every day. If you guys could hit that like button, if you guys aren't subscribed, that greatly appreciate if you guys could subscribe. But appreciate you guys definitely watching that. The 100 EMA and then the 200. But if we do start retracing, you're gonna watch kind of our breakout area yesterday. This is just where we kind of squeezed. We had one rejection, two rejection, broke above, little tiny squeeze. If not, we could possibly come back down to kind of this zone. So definitely looking for some little bit of profit taking with a beautiful gap up. Yes. And Q, we're looking for we have our fib from this huge buy yesterday is at 12.7. So we want to see a hold of 12.7. $13,000 again. That's crazy. Overall, zooming out, we're rejecting. We're to reject the top of this range right here. You tell once we break this, look at this. We have basically one sell candle. So definitely looking for that 50% mark. We could just do, if you know what fair value gaps are, you have your fair value gap. So, if we are able to break here, I'm definitely looking for a 13,172. That beautiful, just right here. We rejected here, another rejection. So we do have a rejection, have kind of like a consolidation day. Definitely look for a squeeze to get above here. Actually, keep forgetting to these morning watches. But NQ, beautiful triangle breakout, retest, continuation. That's just beautiful. You tell right here was, there's our squeeze. Keep saying squeeze, I don't know. There's our break here. We had test, test, and then we just took off. VIX, gap down. Going to be watching this trend. Just, we're kind of down, but we're kind of, every trend down we have, we we have a big push up. So we're watching that. Apple up 2.5% pre-market. I mean, I can't really watch Apple with this. Really not playing these stocks that gapped up pretty big. Apple, Amazon are going to be hard to play. You always want to watch. It's a crazy move. Yeah, Apple's going to be hard. Here's this kind of up channel. Did break above, kind of holding it right now. I'm really not going to be looking at Apple. If we do sell off, definitely want to watch where earnings came in. It's the only kind of thing I'm, kind of the only thing I'm kind of watching. Kind of a 156 hold. 156 hold. That's really all I got. If we do come down and that's just Apple's been hard to trade for me recently. AMD, beautiful flag breakout. The chips bill did pass, has nothing to do with AMD though. Rejected this gap again. Kind of broke into it. Usually stocks reject a gap the first time. So if you do play a gap play, to kind of keep that in the back of your mind. And then, overall, we do have AMD and NVIDIA are red pre-market. So just keep that in mind. They are weak pre-market. But we do have this beautiful, huge uptrend or downtrend from, let me turn these on. EMAs off from, all-time high. Then we have this huge sell-off. So, if we are able to break this downtrend, get through this gap, we could definitely see some nice upside. AMD cup and handle. Yeah, I guess inverted head and shoulders. There's kind of your neckline. So AMD, 100 cycle level still. I think if we get through that gap, we should see a decent move up. Still watching 87 demand. Amazon. Right here. 726, 230 million came in at these lows. If you kind of saw dark pool, if you had I tell people, so Amazon, just like NQ, beautiful triangle, break above, test. It gapped the gap, so it has kind of a double gap here. Definitely a 118, and this 118 hold. I kind of knew Amazon would beat. That's why I went Google, but Google is not doing so well pre-market. NQ is kind of pulling back a little bit. But did we reject? Did we even get up there? I wonder if we got up there. No. Okay, so we just rejected our 138 key level. So there's your support, kind of support here, broke through on this earnings, and right there. So Amazon, we have a 142 supply, 138 key level, and then possibly $126 key level key. So you tell 126 across the board. 1, 2, 3, 4, five rejections. If that would have panned out during the day, that would have been a great buy. 126 break and push. That key level is just almost perfect. Unfortunately, that happened overnight. Usually the way the things go. So if Amazon does kind of sell off eventually over time, would definitely watch that 126 or kind of where we skyrocketed overnight. 126 or this one. It's 8:30. We do have news coming out. Which NQ's dropping. Personal income up. Personal income up. Personal spending up. Employment cost indexed up. So we have income is higher, which is good. Spending is higher, so that means people are spending money, which technically good for the economy, but bad for the economy. Kind of that one thing, that little rant I went on a couple of weeks ago. That's what NQ's doing. So kind of the initial move down. So let's see what the initial move down. Usually the main move's up. See if that continues to be the theme with the 8:30 data. Hold on, I'm trying to set my laptop up. All right. So we finished up Amazon, Google. Google's back below close. Definitely watching this dark pool area overall, but not really looking that much into Google until it pops back up here and watching if it's going to create a new high or a new low. That's what I'm looking at. Google Meta is down. Meta had a beautiful kind of alerted and it went crazy down, in the middle of typing my alert. I hate when I alert like that. Sometimes I just go ahead and delete the alert. Just because, then you guys chase, and when I'm out, you're basically getting in. But pretty decent break from this kind of uptrend we had. We had this bounce here was here. We had just a tiny bounce. You can tell we just had a tiny bounce and then we sold off. But you can tell supply and demand, main thing you use is, why did we have a big bounce here compared to why did we have just a tiny bounce here, okay? Or a big bounce there. So, every demand we're kind of bouncing from. But to explain it, why did we, what's this big bounce, this small bounce? What is this showing? So it's respecting its demands because what's it doing? It's creating during market hours. It created a new high. This one was just probably a wick pre-market. So you can tell creating a new high, break structure. This demand is going to be very strong. Boom, we hit that demand, popped up. This demand right here pushed up. We broke structure. So when we come down, we're going to break up again, okay? So, if these bounces from these demands break a swing high, here's your swing high, swing low. We have there's two breaks, and then what do we do? This one definitely broke, super strong. That should give me more confidence. Kind of weird that right before earnings we're actually in this super strong demand push at earnings, but what happened? We didn't break the previous swing right here, right? We couldn't break it. So we're still, having our pattern like this, big picture pattern. We weren't able to go like this, so we had a small bounce. So usually when we have that small bounce come down, we're gonna break through that demand, and that's was a good. We had the uptrend, kind of that small bounce, sold off with earnings. So okay, so we're down here pre-earnings, sold off with earnings. You tell we tried bouncing. That demand had like a little tiny bounce, but eventually we're going to break through it because we weren't able to break that structure. And that was that perfect, drop. Just because, we popped up here doesn't mean we're going to be popping up here because we can't break the structure. That's what a lot of people make mistakes with supply and demand. Sorry, I'm going on a little rant. It's just because we bought in here, they're like, oh, wait, we bought, why didn't we go up here? I got destroyed. You would have got destroyed if you bought in the same spot where we bought in here. Like, wait, I got destroyed. You know what happened? We bought here. We bought here. Why did we sell off here? And that's why. So, that's the main reason. So we had a beautiful play on meta, respecting its demands as of right now. Meta is weak. I don't really like meta. We could definitely see 153 on meta. Possible downside, and of course, see where our last push up was before our big sell at earnings. And there we go. If we are able to push up, good spot would be look where earnings. I just like this because it's good, kind of risk to reward. We sold off pretty strong on earnings. Watch kind of 169. No, 169. Buy a put here and then just keep your stop loss above, this day's high. Pretty good risk to reward on that. Just a side reminder, guys, I'm not going to be here. Oh, drop the viewers. Not going to be here on Monday. I'm going to take the day off. Just FYI. Microsoft. Man, Microsoft, we did really well. We took puts up here, and then we took calls here with that breakout. Didn't hold. Where are we rejecting? We're rejecting our definitely watch where we rejected today. Rejected. So 278. Can see 282. So 278, can see 282. This thing's been super strong. Downside, the only downside I could see is possibly a 169 retest. I want this. Why do I have two? Okay. 269. 269 retest / triangle retest. Just like Amazon, just like NASDAQ, are we going to retest this triangle? If we get, have a little sell off, retest this triangle, I bet you this triangle is probably around the 50% mark from swing low to swing high. It's a little bit above, so definitely watch that. NVIDIA, NVIDIA swing low here, swing high. Where did we retrace to? 0.5. NVIDIA, definitely watch above 182. If we see some downside, so Amazon, pretty hard. Yeah, definitely watching, are we able to hold this pivot, or are we able to break above kind of the double top? So kind of looks like AMD too. Oh, I told Tesla, we have a really, really high time frame supply up here. Seems like we're kind of hitting it. I've been saying 860 supply. Not really no point of getting to it till 860 supply hits. Tesla, main thing, 860 supply. You get the 829 level. So 829 level, you could tell wick, we wicked it here, rejected here, came down. On the 27th, we touched. And then yesterday, we just straight beast mode through it. You could tell 829, previous support here. So let's see kind of lower time frame. $829 really didn't the best touch here, but like this is a beautiful intraday supply right here. Decent push up. We sold off. What do we do here? Sold off again. I could have been a good play. Buy here. Keep your stop high a day. I love those plays where you kind of buy in the middle of your zone, keep your stop high a day. You have your your risk to reward right there. I'm watching this, even though it's a green candle, kind of watch that midday doji. But that's going to end it for me, guys. Appreciate it. Appreciate you guys joining in. Been doing really good here. Friday, I'm probably going to play a little smart end of the month. May see a little midday chop and then some weird action, price action towards the end of the day because it's the last day of the month. Remember that. Y'all have a great rest of your day.